you're gonna run this webinar in August, September, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, there's a few things to do here. So, and I've changed this. So, it's group coaching, but if you book a call today, you'll get an extra 1-to-1. Q4 is coming up. We'll focus on getting your quota to 50%, 60%, 80%, 90%. Fixate on a specific goal. Duration, it's going to be 6 months. It will be an extra month. And then I want to explain this concept. I've moved a guarantee in here. So obviously I was against guarantees for many, many years, but I have found guarantees to be obviously extremely effective when they're conditional. So the offer that we're running right now, which is a banger offer, is we'll add extra revenue. So you'll add extra quota. So we're adding an extra 25K a month to your business within 6 months, or we give you a full refund. But the conditions are you come to 4 coaching calls a week, you complete all the training material, you do your accountability tracker, you post your win weekly. And my God, if you can't get the result at the end of that, there must be something fucking seriously wrong. So like with us or with you, right? It's like all of our best clients just come to calls, Like even clients that we've actually let go, when we look back at their like history, especially towards the end, they just stop coming to calls. And if they start doing just random shit. Like I had someone last week who was selling an offer on a webinar for 5K. I was like, there is nowhere in my entire business that I would ever recommend someone sell open cart for 5K. Like it's just against what I do, basically. And what I'm trying to say is that person obviously fucking made mistakes in the webinar because no one's buying a 5K offer open cart on cold traffic. So what I'm trying to say here is I know with a conditional guarantee that I will actually get the result. Because like we'll physically get them the result, which is actually our whole new mental model. So if I know that's to be true, then why don't we just put our money on the line? And the irony is, let's just say someone gets to 20K a month, but they're at 20K a month, they've met us 4 times a week, they like us, they don't hate us, man, they're not going to be asking for a refund. Do you get me? They've made so much progress in their business, they're happy. Like you know what I mean? People are happy.
Yeah.
But just to kind of lean into why this is working, is because people just want to reduce risk, man. They're going through the jungle. They're afraid they're going to get hit or eaten by a tiger. They just want to reduce the risk. So if we can reduce the risk to get started, that's great. Another risk is obviously splits to get started, but I'm less inclined to do splits to get started because it's just like, it just fucks cash flow. You know what I mean? It just fucks like, a split on a 20K offer is just like, it's just not helpful, basically. So yeah. So questions, thoughts on this?
So you would basically offer one extra one-to-one, one extra month, and speed. What is the speed?
Speed is you figure out their goal, whatever their goal is. So what is the goal you're trying to achieve with them? But you might just do a 30-day goal for first. So what's a 30-day sprint goal?
Yeah, I think it must be individual because I have people from different. It's hard to. Yeah, we need to brainstorm if there can be one universal goal for everyone.
A reoffer is like Batman's utility belt. You don't want to use it all in one go, right? It's like you want to use them when you need to. So if speed isn't relevant, just take speed out of it. If the proximity and the duration is relevant, there might be a time.
I'm wondering how the guarantee could work for my audience. So what could it be if they close an extra deal, but how to measure if it's an extra deal, like how to say it wouldn't be closed anyways without my help, something like that. So
well, look at it this way: it's 6 months. It's new revenue generated, new pipeline generated. Man, there's deals that will start and close in 6 months. Yes, some of them will drag, but it's like, can you quantify it? And this is and this is where this isn't a challenge for your business. This is an opportunity. If you're now thinking in terms of results, let's think of something that's a scalable way for you to measure results. And they report to you, let's say. So they do an accountability tracker once a week and they report in the numbers. Is there a way to track this? 1, so that you can coach them, and then 2, you can measure results and wins.
Yeah, there could be something like, hey, if you can add 50%, if you can increase your attainment by 50% from where you started with before the coaching,
Yeah.
something like that.
Well, yeah, but it has to be very what's tactical? What can we do that's tactical? You know, like,
Technically, like if you're an SDR, your attainment is measured on the booked meetings. So let's say you're booking only 3 meetings, then you're booking, I don't know, 5 meetings. So it'll be over 50% of increase already.
But-
If you're an AE, you're measured on your ARR or MRR. So if you maybe have been on 80% of your yearly quota and then you end up being on 130, that would be 50% of your revenue.
okay, but what about if we can just do like closed deals? Super simple.
Closed deals.
Yeah, like as in, like,
Closed deals or booked meetings, because there are SDRs that don't close deals. So I need to
okay,
get both.
okay. Look, what's the biggest KPI that we can track?
Attainment. It's quota attainment. Everyone is hunting their
So quota.
quota attainment.
So just quota. Yeah, the word attain.
Because quota attainment is tied to your compensation.
Quota time inside your compensation. Okay, so quota. So basically, we'll help you get to, at the end of 6 months, we'll help you get to, I don't know, 100% quota.
Yeah, but then you disqualify everyone that is already on 100%. We just want to get more, So I think it needs to be some increase.
Okay, so add an extra 30%, 25%, 40%. Add is always the best one. And then obviously you're gonna get like there's nothing that's one size fits all, man. If I told you we can add, because that's why like even our offer for the incubator is not that relevant for Apex. It's like an extra 25K a month. It's like, yeah, that's good, but it's not like it doesn't jump out, right? Whereas there's no one size fits all. So if this is a catch-all for 80% of your audience or prospects, great.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Good idea.